Hi, you guys. Welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a Sagittarius love reading. This is going to be for June 18th to July 3rd. This is a new moon, full moon read, and the new moon and full moon energy is about setting the intentions and watching it play out. Okay, so Sagittarius, you guys are the talk of the town. I mean, honestly, you guys are you just keep popping up in everybody's read. Okay, so maybe you guys are like everybody. Okay, and you guys are compatible with everybody right now. Okay, but your person's watching the signs and synchronicities about you here. They've been watching how you've been moving, or the signs and synchronicities are telling this person how you're moving. Okay, this person's definitely strategizing towards you here. There's something about an earth sign though. This could be an earth sign that's watching you here. It's really loud that this person's strategizing to get to you here. Okay, and you know this. I think you're flirting with this person. It's really fucking weird. There's something about a I'm definitely getting a air sign is flirting with you too, or they're very friendly with you, but they got a problem. Because I feel like you're focusing on a earth sign rather than the air sign. There's a lot of that going on. Okay, so it's like, oh, choose me, choose me. I like you to be involved with me, you know? And it's just like, well, I like this earth sign. I like how they move, you know? If I was the little white bitch, you know? Because I heard her people, feelings. It's not funny, but it's like it's funny because it's like you guys are from the south, and my country history, they're not from the south. They're from France, so it's like royal descent, like all that type of stuff versus like Americans, you know. It's just like, all right, if you want to do this like a racial shit, well, like that's not what happened. I mean, like I really feel like the bitch took it personal because I didn't really put it together until like I was like, is she feeling step away because I cut this white girl off? It wasn't even a color thing. It's just like, don't mess with my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have your own man. Stop stepping on my toes. You gave him a job. All right. I appreciate it. But like, all right, if he's flirting with you, be mean to him and say, back the fuck off. I just gave you a job. Now, because you didn't do that, now we have a problem. I'm going to cut you off. Have a nice life. So I think she took that, she took that personal. And I'm like, what are you trying to say? I was in my head too. I was like, I hope she doesn't take this personal because I'm like, if you're trying to, if you're taking it personal, then it's like, what are you trying to say? You're trying to say that she's more likely to make it in your family because she's white. Now we have a racial problem. So what are you trying to say? After my country like did a lot, when it comes to people getting, enslaved and killed, and honey poured on their head, and all this shit, sweeteners put on their head, and the Kuta Kende getting his legs cut off, and you guys come from the trailer park, the South Carolina, right? So what are you trying to say? Like, fuck is you talking about? Is there a problem? We have a problem, man. Like for 5 years, I'm like, you've been shutting the fuck up for 5 years, and then you want to take me to court? I'm like, this is personal. As soon as this happened, I was like, you're not gonna really let me stay here after what I did for your son and everything. Not what I did, but how I motivated him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he came around to talk to you more because of me, right? I kept putting positive shit in his ear about you, right? There's no racial shit over here, honey. He met my grandfather and all that shit, honey. Like, I don't know what the fuck you think this is, but we in a different day and age where we're not seeing fucking color. Clearly, you got a personal problem. You really tell me, like, if it was like a regular bitch, you still wouldn't take me to court? Yeah, okay. Like, and then the fuck you following me. You following my business tactic, but you much more cleaner than me. And then you try to tell me things in subliminals, and I'm still not getting the shit. You know what I'm saying? Thank God. That's probably why nothing really happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, you could have said the shit. You're selling me all that shit. Like, do we got a problem here, Johnny? Like, because clearly we do. I think that shit is so funny because I'm like, this bitch is so like, doesn't see like, I'm getting the vibe of you being racist. And I'm like, don't think I didn't peep that when your son was like being rude to me verbally assaulting me, you know what I'm saying? And your son physically assaulted me. There was like this airy type of vibe where it was just like, beat the bitch so that way she could listen, some slavery shit, especially with the slavery remarks, you know what I'm saying? From the nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, dance monkey or slave, nigger, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, oh, this nigga really that ass? And that's when I said, it was a family event one time, and I said out loud, I said, could you stop calling me a nigga, or could you stop saying dance monkey? It's really degrading. I really feel like you really mean it. Could you stop? And the whole family got really quiet because it's like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, are you not getting? Like, I mean, it's funny, but it's like, it's not funny now. Like, were you trying to hurt my fucking feelings? If my feelings is not being hurt. Knowledge is power, honey. Are you feel some type of way? He's half white and half black too. So I was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Because black people are not winning, but then when the minute black people are winning, or African Americans are winning, or dark skinned people are winning, I should say, will it be on their side? Fuck you. Stay over there with that white side. And you working for a company where it's all black. Get the fuck out of my company. Get the fuck out. It's like you're telling me get the fuck out your house. The fuck out, bro. Be on the street. But you're not getting. That really hurt my feelings. And every time, and you know, during the court case too, a mom and she's telling me to leave, you know, like, I'm like, I can't. Because, you know, she'd kick me out. You know what I'm saying? So she's trying to play some games with me. But I kept repeating my ancestors, my ancestors, my ancestors. You know, I said my ancestors did this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do it too. Because I'm like, I think that's why I said, like, I'm not saying shit out of my ass for no reason. That was the only time. And I'm like, the whole slavery remark. And then me going through the court case. And it was, and I kept saying my ancestors. You know, I was like, why do I keep saying my ancestors? Like, why I feel like a passion in my chest. It's on camera too. They got cameras in their house. They had over 4 cameras in their house watching me. Like if I was in a fucking museum. And then, let me tell you something. When my bed was out, I was sleeping in the living room. They had a rope. That's how I know I'm not tweaking. I took a picture of it. You know what I'm saying? They had a rope, bro. They had a rope. And the rope kept getting longer and longer. And then the bitch, his mom had the audacity to like come near the where the cameras at. Because where the cameras is at, it was like, it was at angle at like a rope. Because I guess the lawyer was like, oh, you can't record her while she's sleeping. No shit, Sherlock. Would you like somebody to record you while you're sleeping? So they pointed it towards the the door, but you could still see it. Then they had a camera while I was getting, not in the shower, but where you go in the shower and you close the door, they had a camera pointing directly to that. They had a camera pointing going in the kitchen, out the kitchen. They had a camera where you put the where you cut the where the it wasn't an island, where the what do you call that? The counter. The grandmother, she put a camera there. So I'm cutting my food. I look up and one day I said, oh, the camera is right in my fucking face, bro. Like it's right there. It's a few like inches away. Like I'm talking about like 4 inches. No cap. There was cameras every fucking where, bro. Everywhere. And I'm like, this is really a problem. I said, I've been with this nigga for 5 fucking years, bro. And you putting all these cameras like it's fucking SWAT team up in this bitch. I'm like, you're bugging. And I'm like, don't think that this is not a personal problem because of that white bitch. Like, this bitch wasn't doing drugs or selling drugs. Like, you really want to come after that? Oh, it has nothing to do with that. Edibles, all that shit with her son. I'm like, bitch, I'm just a little guy. Little dead ass, bro. She acted like I was a drug dealer, bro. Or niggas was coming after her. And I'm like, yo, you don't understand with this white bitch. But of course you do not care because her color of her skin is white. That is her people's. First a racial joke and then also the way how you acting. I don't want to hang out with you because you keep watching ratchet TV shows. It's insulting. That's not who I am. I'm like, are you trying to be funny or some shit like that? Because I'm not getting it. Because I'm not laughing. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Me and her grandmother, we are basically pretty much, we have the same personality. Not the same personality, but I just saw that we vibe more. And I'm looking at her, I'm like your grandmother. I mean, I keep calling this bitch her grandmother. She's not her grandmother, that's her mom's. You know what I'm saying? I was like, is this racist? Is this racism? You know, and I'm just like, what? Like, I'm not really getting like a racial vibe, but at the end of the day, like, nobody does that. Like, I don't even do that. I don't do that. Like, it's just weird. Like, I was like, is this racist? Because I thought racism was like a action. You know what I'm saying? Like how somebody, like I know abusive. I know institutionalized racism and stuff like that, but I like I don't know, bro. It was weird. And then when I started to see, like, for 5 years, I said over 5 years, going on 6 years, I was like, yo, this bitch really acting like, some shit, bro. Like, I really did something to her, bro. And I think she really felt bad. Like, I cut the bitch off, the white bitch off. And I was like, bro, that's my man. Like, you don't know what the nigga, the bitch is doing. But I guess it was okay with her because she's white. She's like, that's what our people do. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what is okay. Because in this day and age, it's freedom. And it's about respecting laws. Okay? We're not living in your fucking town, or we're not living in your fucking day and age anymore. So you're going to respect me. And you're also going to respect my fucking history. Okay? You don't like it, you can go right back to South Carolina and do your own little shit. And then we can go to war again and watch you see who win again. Okay? Because you're pissing me off, honey. I don't like that. I was so fucking rude. I was so rude, bro. I was like, this fucking bitch. Like, I was like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I'm like, are you, like, being racist? Like, your son, is that where he gets it from? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And, like, you don't care, so how about you get lynched? But two wrongs don't make a right. You so fucking lucky we got these damn laws in place. It's not a threat, but it's like common sense. Back in the days, this wasn't a threat. It's not no damn threat. Because back in the day, because if there was no damn laws, you'd probably still be lynching my goddamn people. It's a fucking blessing that you're be mating with your fucking ass. Why y'all flinching? Why y'all going to our fucking side so much? Because we live longer, we got better skin or melanin and stuff like that. We don't have to use sunburn like that. Sunscreen like that. Let's stop this shit. Let y'all just die off like fucking lice. I'm not trying to be rude, but it was just so fucking rude, bro. Like, there was never a time. Like, my family was never rude to this nigga, bro. Ever. You know, what the fuck is wrong with the bitch? I had a horrible upbringing. I'm like, so that's why you got with a black nigga, so you can make your mother upset because you had a baby with a black guy instead of a white guy. When all your family members have babies with a white guy, like, you trying to throw shade? So now we shade now. That's probably why he kicked your ass out. He was beating your ass, right? It's not nice to say, but it's like, come on, man. I'm getting my ass beat because I keep talking about like him liking this white girl like that. Get the fuck on my face, nigga. I'll say whatever I need to say, honey. You talking to the ancestor. You talking through me with my ancestors. You're not about to disrespect these motherfuckers out here. A lot of people died, not just my ancestors, but people in Africa, people in Nigeria, all that shit, Cuba, all that, Dominican Republic, all that people, or New Orleans, and just that. Like, I ain't saying you gotta bow down to me, but like, talk to me like we're a regular person. Stop seeing my color. Like, what the fuck? It's annoying. This nigga kept being so happy about like, oh, my family's white, my family's white. I'm like, all right, calm down. Like, I get it. Choo choo, you know? Nigga said choo choo, for real. I'm like, I would have been left. It's like, bro, I didn't really know what that shit was, bro. But thank God, I'm going out there in Staten Island, not Staten Island, Long Island, going to family events. They wasn't like that, but it's like, I'm not going. I don't know. They didn't give me that vibe. His mother just was very weird, you know. Like, I was just like, somebody told me too. They was like, well, maybe his mother's racist. I said, I don't think so, but I do notice that she watches a lot of ratchet TV shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, no offense, I'm not being rude, but it's just our observation. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then with the whole court situation, her son making smart remarks, you know, and a white girl saying that, oh, I don't want to be around white people, they superficial. You know what I'm saying? Like, her dating a black guy, I know that's normal, but it's just like, it just was well talked about. It was almost like a fashion, you know, like kind of like in history, you know, with they talk about that in history. I forgot what day and age they was talking about it, when like white people and black people were like using history, or like, you know, I forgot what they was doing. I think they was doing that before for black people got free, but they were doing something with black people where it was a fashion, like oh, I think it was like house slaves, where it was a fashion or some shit like that. Like, or I think it was like I don't know, bro. Forgot. But they used to do that back in the days where it was like, oh, it's a fashion, like you wear slaves like jewelry. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, oh, we give it black people, and it's like jewelry. Or white people, black people do it with white people too. And that's why I don't be liking black people like that too. Because I'll be like, I don't really fuck with you. Because it's like, do you really know what you're doing? Are you mating with these people for the right reasons? Are you talking to them and educating them? You over here acting like baby dance with me with gel in your fucking hair, not knowing what the fuck that really means. You look like a fucking prostitute. Like, my mans. Like, get real. And then they gonna cut you off and you gonna go to welfare and they gonna go right back to their white family. I mean, like, why is there no graduate, why is there no promotion? I'm not really understanding it. Anyways, let me see. Now the death card. Ooh, it's in reverse. Let me see. Yeah, so this person moving towards you, it's our earth sign that's interested in you. Like I said, you were flirting. This person's changing their mind about you. You know, I feel like this is someone who doesn't really change their mind, okay? But when they like something, when something intrigues them, they go after it. You guys could be messing with a Taurus, another Sagittarius, earth sign towards our Capricorn here, not an air sign. This person seems very like, I don't know, stern. They seem very stern, and they're like, they seem like someone who is very passionate, and then they're very stern. They get very stern. Yeah, we have the Magician, Aries energy. They're manifesting you here. This person is lying though. They want to show that they're strong-minded. They don't want to show that they're weak. They're confused about something though with you, but they made a decision. I think we keep hurting their feelings, so they keep getting more aggressive with you. Yeah, this person doesn't have any money. They're in a shelter, or this person's homeless. They don't have any money. This is definitely a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpios. I think this person chose their friends. I don't think, but this person chose their friends over you, or chose people that was not really gonna hold them down, and they chose, them over you. So now they're regretting it. But every time, for some reason, like every time they go with these people, they always manifest you, and you like, I don't want you. I don't want them. So this person's gonna hit you up one more time, and then this person's gonna end it. And I think this air sign's gonna get their wish with you. They're gonna manifest you, flirt with you, talk to you, and then with the Six of Cups here, they're gonna try something completely new here. They're gonna really show their loyalty towards you. With the Two of Wands in reverse here, show that they heal, they want to be with you. With the Two of Cups as well, they're sorry that they cheated, or they're sorry that they keep choosing somebody else over you. We got the Four of Wands as the overall energy, and the Emperor. This person's like, I'm really doing it, I'm really showing, I'm really putting my foot down with you. Now the Ace of Wands in reverse here, the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this person's like trying to show you, not trying to, but they're showing you like, I don't want sex, I want anything passionate, I want something like logic. I think this person knows that the air sign is after you here, but it's like also common sense if they want to get you here. Like, you need something like realistic. I have the Queen of Wands here. You are very like, I don't know if you're a heartbreaker. I don't know if you break hearts, but like there's this energy where with the Ten of Swords, I think you broke a air sign's heart. Like you probably reject an air sign a lot, but you're still like kind of looking at the earth sign, but not. Yeah, you're saying like this fire sign is like not it, because they don't have no friends. Like, they always getting their shit together, and you're just like, no. Like, they have a lot of love for you here. They're like an air sign slash fire sign. A lot of love for you here. And this person made up their mind too with you. It's just like, yeah, I'm getting my shit together. Earth sign, air sign, fire sign, earth sign. There's earth sign getting their shit together too, but there's a sense of like they're ahead of the game more. Maybe the person that you guys are inquiring about or the person that you're going to get with is an air sign. He's so cute. Yeah, like I feel like this person's showing you this earth sign. They're showing you like, oh yeah, I'm in the journey. I was on the journey of being the one for you here, but they are the one for you here. They are the emperor upright here, and they're like, oh, I have like a place to stay, like I have a format and stuff like that. And with the emperor here and the judgment here, this person's like, I don't know if you're a person where you rather this person tell you and show you the journey and or both. So this person's gonna do that, and that way it'll like it's some I guess it's more solidified. We have justice in reverse here, but I think a Libra or somebody doesn't want them to do that, or maybe you don't want them to do it, but I just would say let them do it. I just don't want them taking a long ass time with you. Because if you say that you are, somebody name could be Cece, okay, but with Penelope, okay, but if you say that you are like you are, then just step to me and just take control, because it just seems like kind of like you're already in that energy. So you don't need somebody like telling you a story. You're gonna be like, oh, yarn, and then like, alright, cool. I'm finally happy we got to the end of the story. You have the Nine of Cups in reverse. They don't want to do it though, but I just feel like maybe because something in the past showed this person that you need that type of shit. So you I guess you need to see to believe it. No shade, but I mean, they don't want to do it, but they're gonna do it with judgment here. And I feel like you've been thinking about it. Yeah, we have the devil here with the Three of Wands here. So yeah, this person is being toxic, but I feel like an air sign. The only like if this person ends up being toxic here, it's because of an air sign. Like an air sign is getting really jealous, like that. Like you have your attention on them, and like you want to be with them. You're thinking about them a lot here. So this person ends up like getting really pissy. But they don't be they're not focusing on the career or where you guys want to go in a direction of in a relationship here. So this air sign is really a problem. But and I don't know if they're talking to them, but obviously if they're talking to them, then okay. But if they're not talking to them, then you already know. But are you talking to them? Like, I'm talking to this air sign, or you're engaging with this air sign? Because if you are, then I would say like back away from this person, because that's probably the reason why you and the earth sign is not going that far. You and somebody that is that you and somebody who is stable are not going that far. Then you gotta eliminate good things, girl. Y'all monthly read too for July. You gotta, for real, go watch that, honey. Cause, or boy, or bro, you know what I'm saying? Cause that shit ain't working out. This person is like, I don't want that nigga. I don't want that bitch around, for real. For real, for real. For real, for real. I don't know. Some of you guys, I don't know why I'm thinking about incest, but I feel like you guys think that somebody doing incest. For me, okay, I'm gonna be real. It is incest. It's because the amount of intimacy or love that they have for each other is incest. Like, we always think about incest as being physical, but it's also like, like kind of like cheating. Like when you're flirting, it's kind of like cheating. If you're not flirting with your partner, it's cheating, nigga. Fuck out of here. Fuck is you talking about? Okay. It's cheating, honey. Now, if you cheating to go get with somebody else and you don't want to be with that person, setting up the shit, then okay, cool, whatever. But you just should just end the shit with your man. You know what I'm saying? People like, oh, we gotta tell a story, bitch. That's your story, not mine, nigga. Like, that don't make no fucking sense. I don't know. I haven't been in a predicament like that. I just keep it real, and I just always have like a safety belt. You know what I'm saying? And even if I don't, it's like, I don't know. I just be picking guys. Like, I don't know, but people just be like, oh, this and that and third. Because I guess the guy gotta like get into the girl's house without the landlord, like the landlord feeling sympathetic or some shit like for them. I'm just like, oh my god, just fucking do it. Like, bro, if you knew what I knew about somebody being off the fucking lease and they could stay their ass there, then you could do it too, honey. So, and catch unemployment and do your taxes and all that shit. No problem. So if you could do it off the grid, and somebody stay in their crib and no fucking lease, then they could do it while you on welfare and Section 8 and all that shit. Because what's worse, Section 8 or being off the grid, and that's federal shit? Being off the grid. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no fucking sense. So you gotta go do that shit and, you know, tell the nigga to move there instead of like throwing June doing this whole, so my name is Juno, or June. But instead of doing the whole caboodle, okay? I was like, who told you that? Listen, you heard that story? You heard that story, honey? They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, listen, honey. All right. So I'm gonna bring my man here on welfare, on Section 8, off the grid, whatever, and tell that nigga to stay here all he want. It's fine and do his taxes and all sense. It's not a problem. Cause ain't nobody fucking homeless. I feel you. I hear you. So I don't know. Anyways, yeah. But I feel like the person, they didn't have sex with the individual yet. It's just that the amount of love that they have for this person, it's a lot. I don't even know who I'm talking about, but somebody wanted to know like if something was incesty. The amount of love that they have for this person is just too much. Like, for me, you know, I was really close to my bro, but some people be like, oh, that's nasty. I don't know what you mean it's nasty. I ain't see his dingling, and I don't want that nigga showing none of that shit, nigga. You know, you still gotta knock on my fucking door. You know, like we cool, but like nigga, we cool. Fuck is you talking about? Like, no, honey, we're not doing all that shit. The fuck? How about that one? You're weird. Now it's different. Like, you know, it's just different. Like when somebody like is like, oh yeah, like they real sweet and they real like incest, not incesty, but intimate. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're flirting with a girl or you're flirting with your girlfriend or your boyfriend, like it shouldn't be like that on a daily basis with your parents. Like it's mad weird. You know, one time I witnessed that, you know, with my ex-boyfriend and his mother one time in a car. I said, what is this? Like, y'all not fucking kids flirting with it? Like, I don't know. Like, for me, it was just weird because I was just like, all right, like, you know, all right, I'm in the back of the car, you know, I'm in the back seat, you know, you can stay your ass in the back seat. Nah, it was different, bro. I swear to God. You know what I'm saying? That shit was weird. Just like him and that white chick, bro, with the ex-best friend. I was like, y'all niggas is weird. Talking about like, oh, it's friends. So I'm like, if that's a friend, then what you was doing with your mom, that's a mom too in a son relationship. Like, I don't know, honey. Like, what happened? So basically, like, I was sitting in the back and she was driving. She was coming out the garage and shit like that. And they were like laughing, giggling, or, you know, it's different because I see with her first son, like, he don't act like that. You know? Like, he don't act like that. He just be like, ah, ha, ha, like, you know, goofy. Like, you know, oh, yeah, that's my mom. Like, you know, put your hands or, like, putting your arm around, you know, your mom. And she be like, stop, get off of me. Like, you know, I'm your mom. Like, I'm not your homeboy, you know. But this one, it was like, like, oh, you feel that too, right? Like, it's one of those. I was like, wait a second. Wait a goddamn minute. Wait. Is this what I think it is? Because I don't got time for this shit. I was so nervous. I felt butterflies in my stomach, like with the white bitch. I was like, I was like, is something going to happen? I was like, I'm going to have to leave, man. I'm going to have to leave. Because I felt uncomfortable. Because it's, you know, I feel like some people, somebody having sex in the living room. And I'm in my room, like, wait a second. You know, like, fuck out of here. I saw how she interacted with her first son, bro. I was like, oh, I don't feel weird at all. I was like, I was watching too to see like if, you know. And I was like, I don't feel weird at all. And then one time he did give her a look, but I don't. I think that's harmless, just to acknowledge, like, okay. And then after that, like, he calmed down, but like, yeah, that's like my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of those situations. So I'm not saying he's a goody two shoes, but he was barely around before. What I saw when he was around, it definitely gave me like a comfortable vibe. Like, all right, that's how a mom and son should be acting. You know what I'm saying? With her other son, the one, mm this is like if you're around all this shit. I was like, it's 5 years and I'm barely in the bitch's house, or, like, come on, man. I'm not talking about. But yeah. So yeah, I think you onto something with this person though. It is kind of incesty. It's just a behavior thing right now, and I do think you're right about like the whole like how someone should be acting. You know what I'm saying? And somebody's like always close to the person, and somebody's like always close to them and shit like that, because I was always close to my bro at the time, you know what I'm saying? But we wasn't like walking close, like we wasn't doing like everything, like, sometimes he'd be like, oh, can you cook for me? I would say no. Then he'd be like, come on, word. And I'm like, yeah, like dead eyes, like it's a certain tone too as well. It shouldn't be like always on my mind, type shit. So like chill. Like when I have my kid, you better not, honey. Stop that real quick. I be seeing people too. I be with people. I be like, yo, why you and your mom like that, bro? Why you and like, it's weird, bro. I ain't feel like that was comfortable. I be saying this shit because I be like, bro, I'm about to be out. Now, I'm not about to keep this a secret because I don't want you to be meeting, you know what I'm saying? Your kid come out, you doing that shit, and then they meet my kid, you know what I'm saying? And then, they fucking have a kid, and, they start, I will beat the shit out of my 40 fucking 50 ass kid, you know what I'm saying? Don't start that shit, honey. They ain't saying your shit, you ain't damn ancestors fucking lying, honey. I ain't never hear that shit. Fuck that, honey. Don't play yourself. That's why sometimes it's important to speak up about that shit, because you don't want that shit going around. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't cool. And people may be like, oh, it's correct, it's fine. I'm like, bitch, it ain't fine. Go outside for a little bit, spend some time away from each other, and I bet you won't be feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? Or you probably gonna have to get back in the energy to being like that. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Or I know it's not correct, because when you guys eventually have sex with your mom or your dad, the fucking baby don't be coming out correct. So that's how you know it's correct. That's something that you don't fucking do. That's why it's a fucking there. A plus B. Y'all just doing an A plus D. A plus B. You know what I'm saying? But when it equals C, oh, that should look like a fucking B or an F. You skipped a whole bunch of fucking letters. Yeah, nigga, no. Make sure you do it. Make sure you do it with another person, honey. That's when you need to stop your shit. And them damn parents that be doing that shit, they need to fucking stop. Having kids too fucking young. That's what the fuck it is. Even if they 40 doing that shit, you still need to learn. And nasty. Anyways, that's all that I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.